are about to break quarantine because I have an appointment today. A little update. I used to be a environmental remediation specialist, and I used to remove black mold from people's homes. Well, I ate a kale salad the other night and it had a little bit of black stuff on some of the Brussels sprouts that were in it. So I was like chucking out pieces that looked like they were bad, but I probably shouldn't have eaten any of the salad because I ended up having a major histamine response. So I turned beet red like a lobster. It was really crazy. I rushed myself to the ER because I didn't know what was going to happen, and being 8 weeks and a few days pregnant, and already having complications with this pregnancy, I didn't want to take any risks. So I went to the ER. This was like 10:30 at night. I had a blood draw that morning to check my beta HCG levels. Yesterday I got the results back, and the results were 10,755, I think. And that was up from 7,311. So my levels are still going up, albeit a little bit slowly. So because of that, my care provider wanted to do an ultrasound today to check to see if baby actually has like a heartbeat better than it was a few days ago. A week and a day ago, it was 37 to 39 beats per minute, and that is really bad. And everything I've read says that a fetus with a heartbeats per minute that low doesn't survive, and 100% of the time, anything lower than 70 beats per minute ends in miscarriage. So that's kind of what we've been preparing ourselves for and coping with and dealing with, just a lot of uncertainty. I'm taking all 4 kids with me. Aaron's gonna meet me there. He's probably gonna sit in the car with the kids. I'm not really sure. This isn't like a high risk place. It is a place for ultrasounds and mammograms, and they also do like Botox and stuff like that. So I doubt anybody, we just don't know. People are carrying COVID for 2 weeks. I don't even want to talk about that right now, so just leave it at that. I am 8 weeks and 4 or 5 days. I'm having a tad bit of nausea. I'm exhausted, like absolutely shattered when it hits like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I need a nap. I haven't been able to take one. By the time Aaron gets home in the evenings, I'm done. Like, I laid down yesterday and closed my eyes for probably 15 minutes, and that was just the boost I needed to get up and finish the rest of the day. But I'm still having pregnancy symptoms. I know that that's possible even if I've already miscarried. I'm not bleeding. I'm not having any other signs of miscarriage. So hopefully today we get some answers, because we have spent the last 2.5 weeks with no answers, like no solid answers. And I know it's just too early in pregnancy to really know anything for certain, but the low heart rate is the most concerning thing at this point. We just don't know if we have a viable pregnancy, a viable baby in there that's gonna make it. So just haven't really told anybody or made an official announcement, because we just don't know, especially because I miscarried in January, got pregnant literally 2 weeks later, or ovulated 2 weeks later and conceived. It's just been madness. It's been absolute madness. The kids have been out of school for a solid week now. We've been in quarantine. So we're gonna head out, see what we can do, hopefully stay healthy. I'll update you guys in a little bit. Okay, we just got back from getting an ultrasound and still inconclusive. Baby's heart rate was only detected at 74 beats per minute. The doctor, the radiologist, wasn't there to analyze the results and to compare them to last week's ultrasound. I guess the prognosis is kind of grim at this point, so I'm still trying to be hopeful, but like I said, everything I read says chromosomal abnormalities, trisomy 18, things like that when the heart rate is this low and when the growth is restricted this much. It's unclear whether or not the subchorionic hemorrhage affected baby's growth, and that's why this is happening, and if it's just way too early for their ultrasound machine to pick up a proper heartbeat. So there's just many unanswered, like, I guess I just need to wait until 12 weeks and go back and get an ultrasound then everything's just kind of up in the air, and I'm still just trying to figure out how to have patience and grace for myself and for my body as I'm going through this, and trying to rest more. I'm not really able to rest. I've got all 4 kids home, but I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go inside and take it easy for a little bit and just drink some first trimester tea, and hopefully once the radiologist looks at the results, she gets them to my care provider. Everything's shut down, so I don't even know if the radiologist is going to look at those results today and get them out to my doctor. I'm hoping she does. They're also moving offices, so there's that playing into whether or not I'll get any results anytime soon. But it's just a waiting game right now, guys. Maybe it's just too early for anything to be detected, but the crown to rump length was only 3 millimeters, or no, sorry, 3.5 millimeters. Last week it was 2 millimeters, so it grew a little bit. So I don't know. What's up, everybody? Just wanted to give a update. I have put myself on bed rest because let's see, it's Sunday now. On Friday afternoon, I started bleeding, and it's been light, like it's not filling a pad in a day or anything like that, but definitely bright red blood. So I'm taking it easy. I have no answers. Tomorrow I go in for another HCG beta blood test, and I'll see what my numbers are tomorrow, see if they've gone down or up from the last one. I'm having like mild cramping, and when I get up and move around and walk around, it gets a lot worse. When I was laying down overnight and I woke up this morning, the cramping was gone, but I got up and made breakfast. It got worse, so I laid back down. It lessened, and then I got up and went outside with the kids and did some just walking around gently, made them lunch. I'm cramping again really bad again, so I'm back in bed. Just gonna try to take it extra easy these next, well, today and tomorrow while Aaron's home, and hopefully can get this bleeding to stop. I don't know if it's a miscarriage. I don't know if it's the subchorionic hematoma or hemorrhage that is back. It was not visible on the ultrasound on Thursday. They said it had resolved. Friday I had a lot of activity, so I'm wondering if I just caused it to be, if I just caused like the old wound to open back up and it started bleeding again. It was enough to be alarming, but it's not like constant. So it doesn't feel like my last miscarriage. My miscarriage, I was 5 weeks pregnant when I had my last miscarriage. And that was like a really strong period, really strong cramps and a lot of blood constantly for like 5 days, and then it lessened, and it probably went on for about 8 days, I think. 8 or 9 days I had bleeding from that miscarriage. But this seems different, and I don't know if I'm just hopeful that it's not a miscarriage. I have no idea, but this seems a little different. So, and this is different than my last bleed where I went to the ER and they diagnosed the subchorionic hemorrhage. That one didn't have any cramping. There was just a big gush of blood. This time I'm having cramping and backache, but just when I'm up moving around. So it is the weekend. My my care provider, who isn't my midwife. I have not started seeing the midwife yet, but the person who's providing care for me right now is my normal care provider, and she actually was my midwife with my last 2 kids. She's a nurse practitioner. She just said stay out of the ER right now. I was also in the ER last week for an allergic reaction to a kale salad, so she just said stay out of the ER because of the whole coronavirus thing and all of that. Because if I'm miscarrying, there's nothing they can do. If it's a subchorionic hematoma or hemorrhage, there's nothing they can do. So I just kind of have to wait it out and get my blood levels checked I'll have those results on Tuesday, so I will update you guys then. Sorry for the roller coaster. Trust me, it has not been easy. This has been the hardest pregnancy of my life. This is my 6th pregnancy, and this is by far the most challenging one because I just don't know. I don't know if it's a viable pregnancy. I don't know if I'm miscarrying. I don't know what's going on. So the confusion, the wait, the unknowing is the hardest part. And I'm just trying to pass the time, and keep this pregnancy because I don't want to miscarry. This baby is wanted. This baby is so loved already. So just going to keep praying, keep hoping. And I know some of my other updates, I kind of lost hope, but I'm clinging on to it now with everything that I have. Just holding on tight that it's going to be okay and that God knows what's best. My dates are correct. I know that they are. So, just holding out hope, folks. I just appreciate everybody sticking with me through this. I know it's confusing, it's difficult, but we're just doing the best we can to get through this time, through the quarantine, through the complications of this pregnancy early on and everything. So I'll update again soon. Back in the ER, my cramping got really severe today. And bleeding was staying the same, not heavy, so I didn't think I knew it was possible I was miscarrying, but I thought maybe I was having another subchorionic hemorrhage bleed, or subchorionic bleed, or subchorionic hemorrhage. It turns out I had a miscarriage. Yesterday's betas were 1,600, a little over that, and just now they came back with my blood results are 1,100, or 11,000. Sorry. Yesterday they were 16,000. Today they were 11,000. So 9 weeks, pregnancy loss. You guys have been with me. I took you through the whole process. Yeah, baby never had a heartbeat. Stopped growing at 6 weeks. I managed to keep it together in the ER and then on the way home to get gas and on the way home, but yeah, I'm not okay, and this is a real crappy thing to go through, but thank you guys for watching all the way through and keeping my family in your thoughts and prayers. We appreciate it. Thank you.